How many of you have either done a martial arts or know what a martial arts is? Awesome. Well, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background information. My name is John, and I've been doing martial arts, specifically Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for 4 years, and I've been teaching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for 2 years. Today, I'll be going over a little bit of the history of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and why it has become so popular. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu didn't just start out as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It started out as Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. From according to which martial arts, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu goes as far back as 1532. I know, it's pretty far. Jiu-Jitsu is made for the smaller guy to be able to defend himself against a larger opponent. Jiu-Jitsu allows you to do this because Jiu-Jitsu teaches you to take an individual down to the ground and subdue them using leverage and joint manipulation and chokes, among other things, to control an individual. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu started taking shape because of a young team named Carlos Gracie. According to Gracie magazine, Carlos Gracie started training Jiu-Jitsu in 1917. Carlos Gracie started learning about Japanese Jiu-Jitsu through a family friend. The family friend would go on to teach Carlos Gracie about defending himself from stand-up position, but also on the ground utilizing Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. After Carlos Gracie started to learn this martial arts, he went on to start teaching his brothers. And he had a couple brothers. He had, about 5 or 6 brothers, and one of them was Helio Gracie. Helio Gracie was a younger brother of the 6 of them, and Helio felt disadvantaged when Carlos started to teach them the martial arts. Helio would then soon create an offshoot of Jiu-Jitsu that would refine the way people would fight off their backs. Today, the art that Helio would refine would be called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. BJJ would soon gain massive popularity and traction for a few reasons. One reason would be because of the Gracie Challenge. Carlos Gracie would start it, but Helio Gracie would bring it back to America. So I'll give you a little bit of background on the Gracie Challenge. The Gracie Challenge, according to BloodyElbow.com, started because Helio brought it back because some of his students that he was teaching in America, they were training other martial arts while he was learning with Carlos Gracie. So his students were talking to Carlos, and they said that their other instructors were telling them, basically, you're wasting your time. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu doesn't work, and it's useless. But that was not the case. So Helio put up the challenge to say, hey, bring your instructors in, and I'll prove to them that it works. And well, that challenge took off. People around the world and people in other gyms would start to come challenge Carlos and Helio. And they would just beat these people up, and afterwards they would learn that, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu does work. It's one of the most effective martial arts today. Helio went on to bring Jiu-Jitsu to the world stage through the UFC. Some of you guys might know what the UFC is. He founded it, and Helio had a son named Royce. Royce would be one of the first people to fight in the UFC, and he would go on to win multiple championships, defeating men that were 3 and 4 times his size. This would just go to show that the art was very superior among other martial arts. According to Shuri Dog, Royce won 14 fights before he ever took a loss. His success led to the growth in the sport and also the people who practice it. As I wrap this up, I'm grateful for what Jiu-Jitsu has done for me and the way that it has affected my life. Had it not been for Royce and for Carlos going around teaching people Jiu-Jitsu and spreading the knowledge, there's a very big chance that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wouldn't be here today as it is. So as long as there's a place to train, and there's a gym to go to, and there's an instructor to teach, I don't foresee Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ever going away, and also the history of the sport. So long as these people continue to teach it, it'll keep on being around.